We're dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. This is Power Grind Boxing. I had to jump on right now. Okay, so now Teofimo Lopez, of course, he's coming off this victory over Josh Taylor. He announces his retirement. Of course, it's a fake retirement because, he's going through a lot of problems in life. He's saying that, he need more money. So you're not going to retire when you're just begging Top Rank for more money. You got what I'm saying? He's contractually obligated to fight for Top Rank. So now, I just was looking at Blue Blood Sports TV, right? And Blue was saying that Teofimo Lopez fights to the level of his competition. And he was basically giving Teofimo Lopez props and was saying that, he shows up, for big competition, for big names. And then, for lower names, no disrespect. This is what Blue Blood said, but no disrespect. But for the lower names, he don't really show up. I hear what Blue is saying, and I rock with his channel. But I do not agree with that thinking. And the reason why I don't agree with that thinking is because, listen, people are not training. They're not going through training camps and putting their body through all this turmoil just to lose. They're not. When Teofimo Lopez fought Sandor Martin and people was like, whoa, Sandor Martin is giving Teofimo Lopez the business. They wasn't saying that Sandor Martin was giving him the business because he was lower tier. They were saying it because he was exhibiting excellence in the criteria that you judge boxing as. You understand what I'm saying? He had clean, effective punching. He had effective aggression. You got what I'm saying? He had all of these elements of actual boxing, the rules of boxing. And Teofimo Lopez did as well, but he just wasn't as sharp as Sandor Martin. So I'm just really surprised that Teofimo Lopez or that Blue Blood was like, yo, he's just fighting to the level of his competition. No, I don't believe that. No, I believe that he just got outboxed because styles make fights, and how Sandor Martin was moving. He was giving Teofimo Lopez just difficulty. That's just how it was. Teofimo Lopez was boxing like he normally boxes. He is a good boxer. But Sandor Martin, when he fought Teofimo Lopez, he just was better that night. Of course, he didn't get the victory, but we can see with our own eye that he just got the best. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, I rock with Blue, but man, I just was really surprised by that commentary. You got what I'm saying? And what's crazy is Teofimo Lopez, by crying, hey, I need more money. We got to think about this whole situation. I'm looking at a picture of Teofimo Lopez, right? I should show it to you, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But Teofimo Lopez, he's angry at Devin Haney for making, I think like $4 million, right, for that fight. Now, think about this. He said that he would get $10 million for fighting George Kambosos, right? Do you remember that? Because people are forgetting. Teofimo Lopez said he was going to get like $10 million for fighting George Kambosos. And then, instead of fighting Devin Haney, he fought George Kambosos. Now, Devin Haney was trying to press for the fight, but he chose not to do that. You got me? And that was the fight. That was the fight everybody was wanting to see. Teofimo Lopez decided to avoid fighting Devin Haney. And he decided to fight George Kambosos. Now, he went that route, and then he lost. And he still got $1 million. And then he complained about that money. And then he turned around and complained about Top Rank and complained about the people who had bought that fight between him and Kambosos, and then he left those guys. He had left Top Rank and then came back to Top Rank. Then he insulted black fighters, and then he insulted their fans. And guess what? That made him less popular. I'm just saying. Teofimo Lopez listened to a lot of rap. He comes out to rap, etc., right? These are black people who are rapping. You got what I'm saying? So when you insult a black community and talk bad about black fighters, of course, you're going to be a little less popular. But my point behind saying all of this stuff is you are complaining now and saying, oh, you're going to hold out, you're going to retire, etc. Oh, they only gave me $1 million, but they gave Devin Haney $4 million. Yo, you brought all of this on yourself. If you had fought Devin Haney and not George Kambosos, then guess what? It wouldn't be no Devin Haney. If you had won, you'd have been the man, or Devin Haney would have been the man even faster, which I believe that is the problem. I believe that Devin Haney is so good that he has caused so many individuals to avoid him. People try to say, oh, yeah, he pillow-fisted. He this, that, and the third. They try to insult him. But the reason why I think people insult him is because everyone has an eye or two. And they can see that that boy's skills is, man, they a monster right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he don't got no crack. He got enough pop to keep you off of him. You feel me? So I don't want to hear all of that. Oh, like I said, when Lomachenko, do you not remember? Lomachenko had the opportunity to fight Devin Haney. Devin the Dream Haney was calling Lomachenko Vasily Lomachenko. He was calling him No Machenko. He was saying that he was scared to fight him. He kept trying to make that fight. Kept trying. And then Devin Haney worked his way up to become the mandatory for Vasily Lomachenko. And what did Lomachenko do? Team Lomachenko, they applied for this franchise belt that Mauricio Suleiman created for Vasily Lomachenko. So now, after Vasily Lomachenko was granted that franchise champion belt, then Devin Haney was elevated to be the super champion. That's what made him the mandatory for Teofimo Lopez after he defeated Vasily Lomachenko. And then Lomachenko, poof, he out the picture. Teofimo Lopez got the belts and he was acting really, really different. You got me? But he avoided fighting Devin Haney. He tried to fight George Kambosos. And George Kambosos said, listen, I can beat you. I can defeat you. And like I said, Teofimo Lopez was saying, oh, I'm getting $10 million for this. And then they lost the purse bid. Do you not remember? You gotta go back. Remember that they were gonna fight. And then the fight kept getting pushed back. And then somebody else pulled the fight. And then they fought over, I think, Matchroom. Go do the Googles on it. You know what I'm saying? But Teofimo Lopez was saying how he was going to get this. Oh, I'm getting $10 million. He was just bragging and just saying all this stuff. But he could have fought Devin Haney. But why didn't he fight Devin Haney? You got to remember, go back. Go check the Googles, man. Go back to the YouTube. Go check the files. Go look at the sparring that Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez had. It's out there. Go look at who got the best of who. Go look at when Devin Haney confronted Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney told Teofimo Lopez, yo, I got the best of you in sparring. Dude, you couldn't even touch me. Do you not remember that? Go back. Go look at the videos. Devin Haney been getting the best of Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez, he admitted it. He ain't be like, nah, you ain't beat me. But Devin Haney was like, what? You couldn't touch me. I got the best of you. Teofimo Lopez shook him up, gave him a pound and all that. I'm just saying, do the research. So now, like I said, Teofimo Lopez doing all this crying and angry about this, but he created this path. He created this path where now he in a position where he don't got the money that he should have. Now listen, it is your responsibility, your legal representation, to negotiate whatever you need and whatever you deserve in a contract. Because after you sign that contract, you are contractually obligated to render the services or deliver the services that are outlined in that contract. That's how it works. So I'm not understanding why now Teofimo Lopez is talking all this crazy stuff about black fighters, saying all these things about the contract, saying he's not making enough money. Hey, man, you signed this contract. No one forced Teofimo Lopez Jr. to sign this contract. He signed this contract, and now he's complaining. Now that he's back on top. Because you didn't hear him when he was barely making, when he defeated Sandor Martin, you know, wink, wink, that defeat, he wasn't complaining about the contract. So now that you're back on top, now you want to complain about the contract? It looks a little fishy to me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking out my weak eye. It looks a little fishy to me. You feel what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like, don't complain about a contract that you signed because you had legal representation. You had already did this before. This ain't your first rodeo. Come on, Teofimo Lopez Sr. schooled you to the game, Teofimo Lopez Jr. Come on, you think we don't know that? You got schooled to the game, I get it. But now you want to renegotiate, I get it. You should. You should try to renegotiate. But let me ask you a question. When has Top Rank and when has Bob Arum ever complained ever budged off a individual complaining about money? Do you not remember Terrence Crawford? Do you not remember that he was just complaining about the money as well? You don't remember that? And what did Top Rank do? They said, man, we lost money with you. Get on out of here. Go, go, go. And then guess what Bud Crawford did? He had to leave. He left Top Rank because they didn't deliver what he thought they should deliver. Do the history, man. So I'm not understanding the logic in the mind of Teofimo Lopez. Top Rank, you know the history of Bob Arum, right? You know Arum, he a lawyer, right? You do know that, right? And you know he got lawyers, right? Look, this ain't his first rodeo, man. He got a lot of fighters who they ain't satisfied with the money that they get, but guess what? They sign what they sign, and now it is what it is. That's how he merciless with this. Bob Arum don't care about your complaints, and he ain't gonna never care about your complaints. Only person gonna care about your complaints is you. You got what I'm saying? And if you cared enough, then you would have got the proper legal representation and the proper individuals who got the negotiation skills, you know, those advisors, etc., so they can get you the bag that you feel that you deserve. Don't wait until you get a good victory and then you feel like that's your bargaining chip. It's not gonna be a bargaining chip. Terrence Crawford had the WBO belt and that couldn't save him with Top Rank. They still was like, nope, we losing money, we can't, nope. Because the whole reason why the fight kept getting pushed back between you and George Kambosos was because of money. Tickets weren't selling because you're not a draw like that. You a draw, people like you. You do a lot of talk. You can do the media, but you got to build yourself up. Vasily Lomachenko, guess what? He got the people backing him. He got two countries backing him. He's backed and loved in America, and he's backed and loved in the Ukraine. You understand me? So him and you are not the same. He got an inbuilt audience just because he is who he is. He was born a certain way. He just was born with the skills. He's Olympian, etc. He's the fastest to become, to fight for a world title, etc. He got all this surrounded him. He's Lomachenko. He's the Matrix. You're not Lomachenko, man. You got to build it and grind it the hard way. But you had the chance when you defeated Vasily Lomachenko to fight Devin Haney. But you chose to fight George Kambosos because you thought that it was going to be a softer touch. That's what you thought. There is no way that you avoided fighting Devin Haney because you thought he was going to be a less challenge than George Kambosos. You didn't think, Teofimo Lopez did not think that George Kambosos was going to be more difficult than Devin Haney. He thought that Devin Haney was going to be the most difficult. Just like when Ryan Garcia said, look, I'm gonna fight everybody else and then I'm going to save Devin Haney for last. Because Devin Haney got them skills, man, and it's difficult to fight him because he's just that good. He is just that good. And when we seen Devin Haney against Vasily Lomachenko, right? We saw a completely different style that we had never saw in Devin Haney. We never saw Devin Haney fight like that. So that tells you why Teofimo Lopez had the trepidation and the nervousness and the dread about fighting Devin Haney. Devin Haney already got the best of him. He already know Devin Haney can box. That boy be boxing your face off. You got me? So that's the reason why he wanted to avoid him. He wanted to get this quick money. Let me get this money. Let me get this. He thought that George Kambosos was going to be a quick touch. But George Kambosos wasn't a quick touch because his style is made for Teofimo Lopez. That's his style. His style is perfectly built for Teofimo Lopez. I believe if Teofimo Lopez and George Ferocious Kambosos, if they run it back, I believe that George Kambosos will defeat Teofimo Lopez. He just will, because his style is a little different. You're not going to just be able to beat George Kambosos. You just not. And you knew that, and that's the reason why, you knew that you thought that George Kambosos was going to be easier than Devin Haney. And that's the reason why you avoided Devin Haney. But George Kambosos fooled you. He was a cherry pick gone wrong. You got me? And then he defeated Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez pushed up to 140. So now, at 140, Teofimo Lopez is having these difficult fights, trying to adjust to 140. But listen, man, none of these problems, the point of this whole video is that Teofimo Lopez is to blame for not getting $1 million from Top Rank. It's his fault because he fumbled the bag. He was feeling himself. He wasn't willing to do all the things that was necessary to get everybody the bag. Now that he didn't get the bag that he wanted, he's disgruntled, he's mad, and now, I brought Bud Light to Top Rank. I brought Disney. I did this and I did it. Okay, little boy Blue, go blow your horn, man. Oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to announce everything that you did. But guess what? Guess who not changing? Bob Arum ain't changing like that. Top Rank, they done got you in the contract, dog. They got you in the contract. So now what's going to happen? What you think is going to happen? You think Top Rank just going to let you say, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired. And now, forget it. Oh, I'm going to try to renegotiate. I'm going to take some time off, and then I'm just going to renegotiate. You ain't going to be no renegotiating. You signed that contract, you going to give me what you owe. You going to fight these fights like you said you was going to fight these fights. And you know how you said it? Because your signature is right there. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do by a Top Rank, then guess what? They're going to have these losses. And guess who's going to incur the wrath of the loss? Teofimo Lopez. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't be contractually obligated and then think you're going to do the quick skate. Because that's what Teofimo Lopez, oh, I can just wait it out. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to wait it out. You think Bob's gonna do that? Man, get out of here, man. Look, Bob Arum is old. That means he had money for a long time. He ain't gonna let you go like that. I'm sorry, it just ain't happening like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Teofimo Lopez, I just saw it on Blue Blood on Sports TV channel, and I just thought I was like, what, man? I was like, what? So what I might try to do is I might try to link the video. I think the name of it was called Silence Broken, Teofimo Lopez on retirement. You know what I'm saying? But yo, go check that on Blue Blood channel. I was just strolling on the YouTube streets, and I saw that, Teofimo breaking the silence, and I'm listening to all of that. I'm like, man, Teofimo Lopez brought all of this on himself. Like, man, all of these bad decisions came from Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is the reason for his future or what's happening right now to him. All of his decisions. Listen, your life is defined by the decisions that you make. You are your decisions. When you take a look back through your life, think about this. You are all of the decisions that you made. People want to run from accountability. And that's what makes me a little angry about Teofimo Lopez. Personal accountability, you got to accept that. You did what you did and you stood on what you stood on. You signed what you signed, and you got to get what you get. You feel what I'm saying? You can try to renegotiate, do that. Like a big G, big dog. You should be pay-per-view. Yeah, do that. But man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be a fluke. We saw you, fight Sandor Martin. You know what I'm saying? We seen you. I'm just saying. It's just weird. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Hey, that's how we doing it. Reminding you to stay on the grind. Peace.